Hey, how's it going today, YouTube? So today I actually have something special right here. And just look at the size of this box. I can literally fit like a 70 and 200 in this box. When Apple is actually trying to make their package smaller, we have Nikon here making the biggest boxes they can find. So yeah, let's see what this 14-24 is about. So at the Nikon Worldwide Service Warranty, I heard they're reducing it to 1 year. I'm not sure how long the warranty is for this one. So hopefully anything longer than a year is fine. We have the manual right here. This actually took up like 1/3 of the box. So I'm guessing it's the pouch or, oh, it's the lens hood. I totally forgot about the lens hood. So with the Nikon Z mount 14-24, you actually get 2 lens hood and 1 lens cap. So you see all these right here, it's like 1/3 of the box. It's like 1/3 of the whole package. I think they can actually fit this within the lens, but they just decide not to for some reason. We actually have this massive lens cap for the 112 filter thread. Apparently it only works with one of these filters and the other one doesn't. You can see the size difference. The 112mm lens hood is actually for this cap right here, I assume. So yeah, you can see how it just snaps on and then it's nice and tight. Unlike the old 2014-4, it's just a hood that pops on. Let's get to the main part of 14-24. So here we have the 14-24. Like actually holding it right now, just the lens by itself is amazing. Like compared to the old 14-24, which is 1 kilogram to be exact. So the other 14-24 on the market is generally from 800 grams to 1 kilograms or anything higher. So with this, it's actually 650 grams, and that is the biggest reason I got this lens. Man, the lens looks amazing. Every time you open a new lens, it's pristine. I guess even with the old lens, you clean it up a little bit, it's like that too, but not a speck of dust right here. Let's actually compare to the 70-200. And so let's take a look. This is the 70-200 FL and this is the 14-24. It used to be somewhere like this high with the older version. This is the only f-mount lens that I have left. So besides the 24-70, I sold off the 14-24 and it was sold for about 1.2K Canadian, which is roughly around 1,000 US dollars. And this lens is like 3,000, which is like you can actually buy 3 of the original 24 f-mount lens instead of 1 of these 14-24 Z mount. So why would I get this, or why would anyone get this instead of the older version, which is 3 times cheaper? So if you do any videos at all, especially if you're using the autofocus quite a bit, you need a Z mount. That's with any other F mount. Well, besides maybe the FL, and the biggest issue is that it makes a lot of noise and it hums a lot back and forth. The only exception is probably 70-200 FL, which still does an okay job in terms of focusing and not making a lot of noise. So I'm probably keeping the 70-200 as of right now. The other thing is that with the Z-mount bodies, if you want to use the F-mount glass, you have to use an adapter, which is extra weight on top of lenses that are already heavier. If you're shooting photos and don't mind the weight, I will reconsider the F-mount since they are really cheap right now and most of them are made in Japan. Whereas my biggest complaint about the newer Z mount is that they move their production to Thailand. Even with the S line, which is supposed to be a premium line, they actually moved the production. So if you look at all the other competitors, Canon, Fuji, Sony, they're all made in Japan, right? So I know that they have a lot of financial issues right now. So moving to Thailand is probably their only choice to survive. Does made in Thailand necessarily means that it has a lesser build, or is it built like not up to the standard of the other lens? Probably not. I would say it's just more of a personal thing, but to be honest, as long as they are not made in China, I think they still got a chance of a comeback. So anyways, back to the 14-24. So for photos, I'll either go with the older 14-24 f mount or the 14-30. Why would I go for the 14-30? Because it's actually 170 grams lighter, which the lighter the better. For me nowadays, anything that's lighter, the higher the probability is for me to use the gear a little bit more. And after several years of shooting full frame, I think my shooting style has actually changed quite a bit. When I got into photography, I was buying all these lenses that has the biggest aperture you can get, the 1.4s, the 1.2, the 0.95. After like all these years, it feels like for a lot of scenario, you actually really don't need that larger aperture and you actually prefer a lighter lens. A lot of the people were asking why didn't Nikon just have like a native 112mm mount in front of the lens. So instead you need this, you need the bigger lens hood to put on a 14 or 24. The reason is that like you can actually see it protrudes a little bit from the lens. I'm not sure if it shows in the camera. You see how it's curling up a little bit from the glass. Even though you can see like there's lines around like the lens hood, where you think you can kind of screw something on. A simple decision with less thought is just this one, where you just click on the front and done. So I think this is actually the best lens of the Z system right now. And yeah, that is the most compelling part about the Z system right now. There's the ergonomics, the menu, everything else too. But right now, I think there's actually a lot of room for improvement. Yeah, I guess the lens is looking pretty good, besides being made in Thailand. Since you can get a 7200 FL and a 14-24, and you still probably have money left instead of this lens. So if you're shooting photos, really kind of think about sticking with the F mount for now, since I know these prices are gonna go down. So that's it for the first impression for the 14-24 2.8 Z mount lens, and I'll catch you in another video. Thanks, bye.